Okay, everybody, it's me again, Gregory Mannarino. Monday, I'm laughing. February 6th, 2023. Okay, so what's the situation here? It looks to me, at least gauging from the action here in the U.S. equity market or the stock market, seems to be shrugging off this issue with rising global bond yields, even with the fear trade U.S. dollar on a relative strength basis getting stronger. Yeah, the market finished lower, but nothing major. A big part of that is crude oil. Crude oil getting bid up here. So as you know, there's the unholy trinity. Okay, that is the bond market, the U.S. dollar relative strength, and crude oil. These things need to play together. They need to play nice to make this market go up. So we had 2 out of 3 of these elements that didn't want to play today. And we need to keep our eyes on this. Now, look, a lot of you are writing to me, Greg, you said the bond market is melting down. Please point to where I said that, because I don't recall it. I watched my entire video again. I didn't see anywhere I said it was melting down. I said if central banks don't get a handle on this, well, everything's going to get real. I went out of my way in my morning video to explain to you that I believe that central banks aren't going to let this implode yet. I don't think they're done. They're not done. They're not done. They're not freaking done. They're going to continue to inflate. They got to create more dependency on the system. That's it. Could I be wrong? Absolutely. That's another thing. People are writing to me, oh, looks like Michael Burry was right. Michael Burry was right. Greg Mannarino was wrong. Where did I say, number one, that he was wrong forever? I said his timing was off. This whole thing is going to get real, and I mean real. So Michael over there, he is 100% right. This whole thing is going to come down like people have no idea. But it's all about the debt market. Okay, right now the debt market, absolutely flashing red. Bad sign here, okay? But it's stabilized. The U.S. 10-year yield stabilized today, even though the dollar on a relative strength basis was stronger. It didn't seem to rattle the market all that bad. Even gold and silver didn't do anything dramatic. Generally, when you get this knee-jerk higher in the dollar, you see gold and silver take a hit. They didn't do too much, neither asset today, neither gold nor silver. Crypto's hovering about the same as well. Bitcoin 23,000. Okay, whatever. That's where we stand. The MMRI didn't move too much. We need to keep our eyes on this. Let's just put a hypothetical out there. Let's say tonight, overnight, bonds start to sell off again. U.S. 10-year yield starts rising here. MMRI goes up. That's a problem. That's a problem. And we know where the first red line in the sand is. 250. 250. We could get there overnight. Absolutely could do it. This is why you need to watch these things. But like I said, I don't think central banks are done. They're going to keep this Ponzi going, this thing going until the bitter end. They got to trap more people. You have to understand, they can't even allow anyone to escape. They got to trap everyone, and I don't think they're done. I really don't think so. With that said, what I would like to do, generally once a week I write up a paper like this, and I put it out in my free newsletter for all of you. So this is in your inbox. I like to read this. I like to ad lib here a little bit. So if you do subscribe to my newsletter, link in description below. This is in your inbox already. Okay, I hope you get your own copy of this. So let's cover what's happening before I even read that. What do we know is going on? It's always about what we know. I don't think there's just a person here who follows this blog that believes the current environment is sustainable. It's completely propped up and being pushed off of a cliff by central banks determined to kill the economy. I think we're pretty much on the same page here. Am I right? Okay. Now, with that, we need to understand, I guess, a little more deeply as to the end game. That is what central banks are trying to achieve. That is not only a destruction of the global economy, but the wipeout of an entire class of people. They need more dependency. They want more people dependent on their system. They're gonna buy it all with their product, which is debt that they issue to the freaking world, and now they're charging more for that debt. It's unbelievable. Where's the outrage? Where's the outcry? You know what? Let's read this. So here we go. The entire world financial system is on a knife's edge. That's a fact. Okay. Anything could set this off. A meltdown in the global debt market. That's what we're going to get at one point. Who knows? Some black swan event. I don't know. Nobody knows. But we can watch risk in the market by following the MMRI. Very, very easy to look at. So anyway, as I was saying, the entire world financial system is on a knife's edge by me. So here we go. Today, at its core, the world financial system is in crisis. I think you would have to agree with me. We have a full-blown crisis. We can't even pay our own bills here. Okay. And what are central banks doing? They continue to inflate. Wars continue to expand. Hundreds of billions over here, billions are over there. Whatever they want to throw money at, that's fine. While the people themselves, get forced to eat excrement. Okay, can't say the SHIT word anymore. More specifically, liquidity in the system is drying up. That's the issue here that we're seeing with the global debt market. Liquidity is drying up. And as a matter of fact, it's completely illiquid. It's an illusion, what you're seeing. But bear with me here. What this translates to is this. Without world central banks both issuing and then buying back exponentially, hold that thought, more debt, the entire system implodes. You know that already. Okay, you know how the system works at its core better than anybody. Of course, this is the end game of central banks collectively, and that end game is to become the lenders and buyers of last resort, to own it all. What do we know? Central banks have, by design, allowed to metastasize a global environment of rapidly rising inflation. Are we still on the same page? I think we are. They have done this by vastly increasing global debt, and now they are charging more for that debt. Imagine my shock. Can I see your shocked face? I can see you. No! Yeah, totally shocked. Think for a moment. Central banks have pumped the system with their product, debt, and now they're charging all of us more for that debt in the form of rate hikes. Where's the outcry? Where's the outrage? Where's our loving, caring representatives? Not one. They're busy. I don't know what they're doing. We're paying them for a job they're not even doing. Explain that one to me, someone here with a higher IQ than me. Why is that even happening? Okay, anyway. Central bank's only product is debt, and this is how they run the entire system. You know that, which is debt-based. And now they are charging more for that debt. Again, where's the outrage? The fact is this. Without ever expanding debt, I want to show you something in a second. Without ever expanding debt, the entire system collapses. The debt must be exponentially expanded on just to maintain the system at its current level. Now, I made a chart for you. I want to show you this. This chart here. This is just to maintain. Let's say this blue line is the economy and it stays flat. This is how the debt has to expand just to maintain it. And it has to rise at a faster pace. You understand? You're not allowed to know that, just so you know. It's a big secret, so let's keep that between you and I. You have a deal? The main driver of the global economy, the entire financial system, and the world markets is the debt market, which is nothing more than a circus act of IOUs, and that's really what it is. Promissory notes. Imagine an entire global economy built on an illusion, and that's what we have here today. Today, the entire world financial system teeters on an illusion, and that illusion is some kind of stability in the global debt market, okay, we're still on the same page, which again must be fueled with more debt just to function. The fact is that no matter how much debt is pumped into the system, it's never enough. It must continually be expanded on. It's unbelievable. The world financial system, the economy, and the markets only function so long as the illusion of stability in the global debt market is maintained, which requires an ever-expanding debt. We're on the same page? Here we go. Ever-expanding debt is itself massively inflationary, but you're not allowed to know that. You see, you can't know that. And we are approaching a moment of maximum saturation. How many of you out here, show of hands, I can see you, have heard me mention that before? Let's go into that a little deeper. Okay. Anyway, the end result is a massive, uncontrollable sell-off in the global debt, which causes bond yields to spike rapidly. A rapid spike in global bond yields will precipitate a violent sell-off in world stock markets, which will in turn lead to a worldwide global depression and more war. Now, the interesting thing about this moment of maximum saturation, I'm a little out of sync here, but listen to this. The moment of maximum saturation is achieved when the amount of debt issued, which can never be enough, we've already established that fact, creates an environment of inflation which cannot be controlled. Something which we are seeing right now. So that lets you and I know that we are approaching this moment of maximum saturation here. So we have two things that are converging here. We have a system that is completely illiquid. We have central banks that continue to fake liquidity by the repo scam they run, trillions of dollars every night between institutions, by fueling the debt, by buying more debt, keeping rates suppressed, all in place right now. At the same time, we're approaching this moment of maximum saturation, or this convergence here, where you have the system being pumped full of more and more debt, which is obviously inflationary. Okay, we established that fact already, read it to you. And now we're seeing the effect of inflation that can't be controlled. Now they're trying to sell you the lie still. The lie is, oh, we're raising rates. That's going to eventually stop or slow inflation. No, all we've done is slow down the pace of rising inflation. Inflation continues to rise. You know the story behind this. It's a charade. If they really wanted to stop inflation in its tracks, they would just contract the money supply. And this can be done just like this. Today, the Federal Reserve Chair Yellowstone Powell, could tell the financial institutions they need to increase their capital reserve requirements. Contract the money supply, inflation disappears. How come you never heard a word of that before from the mainstream? I've been beating that to death as of late, but it's the truth. Anyway, why is it that not one of our loving, caring representatives has mentioned that either? You see, because they work for the Federal Reserve. You, my friends, all of you, my friends, have zero representation. Anyway, I hope this makes sense to you. You have my permission to share this. Again, if you subscribe to my free newsletter, it's in your inbox. You can print it up, make copies, distribute it to anybody you want. All right? This is stuff people need to know. And the stuff that you're not allowed to know. The stuff that you will... Do you believe that you would hear a mainstream commentator read something like this to you ever once? No, they can't do it. They have to sit there and read the teleprompter. What is it telling me to say? Because I have no brain. I can't think for myself. And they pay these people exorbitant fees to sit there and read a script. You can't make it up. All right, look, that's it. I'll tell you the truth, I really don't feel good today. I'm very down, very weak. I couldn't even finish my workout earlier today. I was supposed to have an interview with Liberty and Finance. Unfortunately, I had to put that off. Just don't feel great. Anyway, maybe some kind of death ray. This guy here loves you a lot. I mean that from the heart. Please share this stuff. Please get it out there. Let me know what you think about all this. And, well, I'll see you in the morning.